Hey there all, it's Palmina here. So I'm bringing you this week's reading from Monday the 15th of July right through to Sunday the 22nd of July. I've gone ahead and shuffled the cards, so I'll go ahead and let you know what the cards are and we'll get straight into the reading. So we have Strength, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Six of Cups reversed. The theme of the week is the High Priestess. So basically, with the High Priestess, she's our all-knowing queen. She's basically, what she's telling us is, you have this inner, like, guidance. You have this inner wisdom that wants to come through, and there's parts that you're aware of and that you're in tune with, and what's for your highest good and what you need to do and what actions you need to take and what you need to say and how you need to behave and all that sort of stuff. But there's also this thing where, there's this energy of there's more to come, like there's more information that hasn't been sort of revealed to you as yet. So whether that is for your own self, or whether it's information that you need, to know from others that hasn't, come to the forefront and hasn't been revealed to you as yet, because there's, there might be meetings still to come, there might be conversations to be had, there could be, you're just waiting on information to come through. But there's a type of peace with this where even though you know that some things are still to be unfolded, are still to come and still to show themselves and be revealed, you're not in a place where you're feeling stressed out or like really impatient or anything like that. There's just this that High Priestess where you can hold yourself high and, because there's that, there's that guidance coming. It's there, you can feel it, you can touch it, and you know that everything is going to all come together for you in the right time. So divine timing, but trust your inner self, trust your knowledge, trust your gut instincts, trust your intuition. But it doesn't mean that you have to act on things straight away if you're feeling like still not a little bit too sure. So know that, trust that's exactly what it is. Trust that sign or those messages that are coming to you to go, you know what, not too sure if I need to act yet, I've got this information, or I feel this way, or I need to do this or say this, but there's still I'm feeling a little bit like I just have to sort of sit back and wait a little bit more. But you've got the patience to do that, which is fantastic. So, but in saying that, if there's things that you do want to do and bang, let's get into it, let's just do this, I need to, it's not about sitting back and not doing anything. You still need to take action with life in general. There's things that still can be, brought forward and keep moving forward with things, but the vibe is that with those things that you're waiting on, that you're feeling that there's more information to come or more knowledge to be sort of shared to you, then just wait for that, because that's a sign in itself to go, you know what, let's just take the time to wait for this to come through, and it's coming. So you're at peace with it, you're at ease with it, you're feeling one with the universe with all this. So great week, always a great week, no matter what difficulties or great things are happening. It's always an amazing week. Huge breakthroughs all the time coming our way. So starting off, we've got the Strength card. I don't know if you can see this card really well, but look at this. It feels like, see the tornado in the background? The storm's behind you, way behind you, and look at you standing in your strength. Look at her face. She's just all so in control. She knows what strength she has. She's used her strength. She's earned strength over what she's been through, he or she, of course. So, you have that strength. Look at how this lion You know, she is the lioness. She knows that, you know, she commands presence, she commands strength, she commands herself, she controls herself. So, you know, you've got this. This is this is where you are now. It's where you've been, and now you're fully in. You've stepped into that power, and you have the strength you always have had. You've always used it. You've got to look at where you've been and where you are now, that it takes strength in everything we do. So, you know, but you're standing in it now. You know that right at this point in your life, you have all the strength that you need to do and say and be, and, you know, just be who you are. Like, in every essence of you, you can command a room. You can walk up on a stage and say, this is me, and know that you are getting noticed. And not because you have tickets on yourself, not because you think, oh yeah, I'm the most gorgeous person in the world, or I'm, you know, the best at this, or I'm better than you. It's not. It's just because you know who you are, and you're in tune with your mind, your body, your soul, and, you know, your divine essence, and what you're here for. You know, you can feel that you just being you is what lights up your life and everyone else's around you. Because when you're happy and authentic and being exactly who you are, you touch other people. That energy touches others, and it makes them more happy. So yeah, like, it's just incredible. You know, she's even got the wand there. Look at her. Like, she's just like, I've got this going, you know, like, I am so feeling my power. And you have the strength, always have had, and you still have and will have moving forward from this point onwards. So embrace that. That's where you're at. It's already started. We then have the King of Swords. Now, the King's all about, as you can see, it's about, you know, communication. You know, it's getting information. You know, he's got the book there. So it's knowledge, it's power again. It so coincides with the strength, because swords are about air about our thoughts, our communication, you know, how we make, you know, it's about clarity, it's being decisive, it's going, you know what, this is how things are going to be done. And you're clear on how you want things done. You're clear in the way you communicate how things are to be for you and around you. And yes, you know, it's swords. So, you know, a sword, you know, you can either cut real, you know, you've got to be really careful because the swords are sharp. But you can also be very gentle with that in going, this is how I want it to be. You know, the way you, communication's huge at the moment because we're in Mercury retrograde. So, you know, that in itself can generally mean communication is all warped and doesn't come out clear, or, you know, you can't get it across properly what you're trying to say, or, you know, you're sending an email or a text and it's just gets misinterpreted at the other end, a word's missed, or a letter's, you know, dropped off or misspelt something, or, you know, that sort of thing. So, you know, technical glitches and all that sort of stuff. But this week, for some reason, whatever it is that's going on, whatever situation, person, whatever it is that's in your life that you've been needing to be very clear on and authentic with how you want to come across in what you're saying and thinking and that sort of thing, you know, it feels like it's going to be really clear, crisp communication. I know that I keep saying communication, that it can represent, you know, lots of different things, but this to me is about communication, purely, strongly, the clarity in your mind, your thoughts, your how you want to come across to, as I said, a particular person, people, a situation, is going to be very, very clear cut. So I don't feel that it's harsh, but I do feel it's very clear cut, precise, and exactly how you want it to be. And it's very neat. It's neat. That's the other word that's coming to me. It's very neatly done. It's just sort of like nipped in the bud, you know, nice and neatly put put in place. So that's what I'm getting from that card. We then have the Six of Cups. Now it is reversed. Generally, you know, upright, it can mean, thinking back to a past childhood memories. It can mean children. It can mean, being nostalgic about reminiscing about times in the past and that sort of thing. Innocence, about a place where you've been, or, a time in your life that was really emotional and emotionally fulfilling for you. But this way round, it can still mean all those, but what it's telling me is that you've moved on from holding on to past issues. So things that may have made you think back, even though they were, great times, some of them might have been hard, difficult times, but it's still a time that meant a lot to you, but could have brought, emotional sadness now to you, because, thinking back, you're like, God, I wish things were back the way they were. Back then I was so happy, I was so whatever. But this way up is telling me you can now think back in those times with such joy and love and nourishment to your soul, because you're no longer thinking of the negative attachments that you may have had to that time. Because you've got to remember, we've moved on. And that's what this is telling me. You've moved on from holding on to where you were and what was, and wishing it was still that way, because let's be honest, it's not that way anymore. And really, now, where you are now, would it really sort of be right for you now? No. Like, I'll be honest, it's not. Like, that was a different time and place. Everyone was in a different mind space. Everyone was in a different, place in their life where that was what was needed then. And now you recognize, because of your power, your strength, the clarity that you have in your life, the place where you are, the people that are around you now, how you choose to think and feel and be, is that situation, that energy, that lifestyle would not suit you now. If you were to really seriously be honest with yourself, it doesn't suit you. And I know it doesn't, because the cards are telling me that. I know that you're happy to be able to look back and go, you know what, that was a time and place that really worked for me well then. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Yes, there were great memories there. And yeah, there might have been a bit of sadness and stuff that came out of situations, because you've moved on, or you're not there anymore, or people aren't in your life anymore, or whatever it is. But you are so happy where you are now. You've just got an amazing week here, guys. It is unbelievable. Now, this has been accumulating over time. You've gotten yourself to this place through the things that you've been through being able to look back and go, you know what, I'm okay with where I am now. I'm fucking awesome with where I am now. And you've accepted a lot of things. You've accepted how things have been, and you're now truly in a place where you are who you are. And, that's where you're able to make more change, because let's be real, we're constantly changing. Things are always changing in our life. Everything is always changing. Even if people say, no, I don't change, I don't do this, no. You look around and things have changed. People, your own mindset with certain things, something has changed. If it's a matter of picking up fucking, a mug from here and putting it there, well, guess what? It's moved from there to there. That's a change. So things do change, and for reason. It's so that our lives get better and better, We have to change with times, and you are an absolute strength. You are courage. You are an empress. You are all that you need to be. It's an 8 number for a reason. You'll see it, the number 8 down here. Turn it on its side. It's an infinity sign. So, you've got infinite amounts of strength and courage and clarity, and, being able to move forward constantly and keep letting go and cleansing your mind, body, and soul of what doesn't work for you anymore. Now, letting go doesn't necessarily mean you've got to let go of people, places, and situations. Yeah, it might for some of you, but it could just be letting go of, you know, a way that you have looked at something, or you know, a way that you've thought of, or how you know you've been. For instance, this morning, like I walk most days, but there's times when I get in a slump and I'm like, oh my god, I can't be fucked, you know. Meanwhile, 2 hours later, I've been sitting there playing on my phone. I'm like, fuck, I could have gone for an hour's walk. How easy would that have been? But you know, you change, you get back on track, and you go, you know what, no, I am changing my mindset. I am going to get up and go for a walk, and not because of, let's say, for me, I'll use myself as an example, not just because you know, it might help me stay, you know, fit and healthy and that sort of thing, but because it gives me clarity in my mind. And now I'm like, you know what, I actually want to do the walking because it helps with my lower back from sitting all day at my day job. You know, it helps. So I walk in my lunch break. I, you know, do that sort of thing. I'm like, you know what? My partner and I, we absolutely love going for drives. So being able to sit in a car for long times, like long periods of times, as we're getting older, we're starting to stiffen up. So I'm like, well, now my reasons for walking have changed because I've got other things in my future now that, you know, I'm now looking forward to and want the movement, my joints to continue to keep moving and keeping me healthy so that I can enjoy those things with my hubby, you know, that sort of thing. So our mindsets are constantly changing, and it's great, like, because then you can keep looking forward to how you can change things and how that is going to help you move forward and appreciate and be grateful for all the abundantly amazing things that are in our life. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. I know I always say it, but it's an amazing week, and yes, shitty stuff does happen, but you know what, we've been going through that all our life and we'll continue to. So focus on the amazing, amazing energy that we have that's helping us to let go of this old crappy ways of how we get ourselves stuck in a rut. And yeah, be the high priestess. You know, really trust in someone else other than just yourself. Trust in the divine. Trust in another person. Open up your heart and trust that all the wisdom and guidance of generations and generations of, you know, spirits and souls and angels and guardian angels and guides and God and universe and whatever you want to call it is truly, truly there and here with us to help us. So on that, mwah, I love you all. Have an amazing week, and I shall see you next week. Bye for now.